Hey, I'm Fred Minnick, and today I'm going to review the Rabbit Hole Boxergrail, the Founders Collection. Now, this is a fascinating Kentucky rye whiskey, 95% rye and 5% malted barley. This was distilled at another distillery. Rabbit Hole used to contract distill at a distillery in northern Kentucky. They cannot disclose it. They can't tell you who it is, but you can go in the Google and you can find that there's really only one distillery in northern Kentucky, and that's New Riff. So it doesn't take a lot of effort to find that. But what I will tell you is that the what they were distilling, what New Riff was doing, is very different than what Rabbit Hole was doing. Rabbit Hole was doing contract distillation versus acquiring stocks. So they were having whiskey made specifically for them. Now, that's a part of the source whiskey market. Now, Rabbit Hole has its own distillery, and they're making their own liquid. So they've kind of moved away from the contract distillation and are making their own stuff. So most of the stuff that's on the shelf today actually came from New Riff on a contract distillation basis. So that said, this is the oldest release that they have put out. Now, there's only 1,300 and some change, 1,300 bottles, I think 1,315 bottles out there. And it does come with a price point of $300. Now, I did not spend that money on this. I was given this bottle by the distillery, so this came to me at no cost to me. I'd like you to know that up front so you can know that I am tasting this off of a media sample. And I have already tasted this. I tasted this with my wife in a previous members only live stream. Basically, I'll tell you the story of how that went down. I got this bottle, and it was like in a really nice package, and I was like, you know what? I really want to taste some good whiskey with you tonight. And generally, she doesn't think of Rabbit Hole as like whiskey that you would sip on, but I just kind of had a feeling, you know. I know Cave's a manian. He's got a really good palate, and I know if he's like putting it in a fancy bottle with a cork that weighs 32 pounds. I kid you not, that cork right there, that thing's heavy. Like you could knock somebody out if you like put it in a slingshot and hit it. I mean, this could be an actual weapon. But there's all kinds of details with how this bottle was made. I put a link to my blog post in here in the description, so you can get an understanding of what this, you know, what the packaging and all that is about. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste it here. And I will tell you, my previous two tastings with this were quite favorable. And so this is my third tasting with the... Oh my God, that nose is just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm talking chocolate just slathered all up on some pecans, like pralines, just freshly made. Like just cinnamon. Oh my, this is a very beautiful nose. For a 6-year-old rye, you know, my wife, she said it smelled like fall, and my thought was it smelled like Christmas. So it smells like all those good times of the year when you're getting together with your families and you're playing in the leaves or you're by the fireplace. That's what it smells like for me. It smells like goodness. So swirled around a little bit here. Oh man, this is a beautiful, beautiful expression of Kentucky rye whiskey, coming in at cask strength, specifically 114.6 proof. Just gorgeous. This is just gorgeous, and I think this might be the best rye, or one of the best ryes I've tasted all year. I think that 2020 has not been a good year for rye whiskey. A lot of the rye whiskeys I have tasted have come in like medicinal over licoriced, but this one here has this really beautiful balance of that spice that you have come to expect with rye. And it's got a lot of sweet coming in there too. So if you are a bourbon drinker, if you're someone who enjoys a lot of nuance in your whiskey, this is a must buy. And naturally, the question would come up, would you spend $300 on it? And the answer is yes. I would spend 300. I think is it 300? Is it 200? I'll have the actual proper price in the comments and description. But I will say that I would spend the money on it, and I probably am. I'm probably going to buy a couple bottles. So this is really good. Oh, son bitch. It just covers the palate. It just covers the palate, just drenches it. And it tickles it all over. Those spices are hitting that back palate. The sweetness is hitting the front. It's tickling the roof of my mouth, and it's coming in underneath the tongue like butter. And it's finishing. This is an extraordinarily long finish. This is exceptional whiskey. Absolutely exceptional. So I would definitely be adding this on your fall hunting list for whiskey. So cheers, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to see more honest reviews, click that subscribe button. I got a whole lot more coming. Until next time, cheers. Be safe. Oh, and remember, vodka sucks.